16 facts about Uranus. 1. Uranus has a diameter of 32,190 miles. 2. Uranus has a very significant atmosphere. 3. Uranus is 24,270 miles bigger than the Earth.
Alright, I want to show you, it's all about Uranus this morning, and about a dream I had. See, I shaved from the Justin Bieber video. Planet Uranus went retrograde, and I'm using YouTube here, and I want to show you what retrograde means. Makes it look like it's going in a, it's a clever illusion to make it look like it's overlapping itself, you see. Good video. So in the vantage point of the night sky, I think they're going to show it. There it goes. Now it's going retrograde. See, I always have dreams right on the retrograde. And this dream, I was alone with a whole bunch of people. I was, I guess, lucid and conscious of all these things. And I didn't have my Sagittarius moon at the time because I remember falling back into my planets. And I was with these entities, and I said, show me the nature of free will, or something like that. So they drew a line on the, and they had like this particle thing, and on top of the line they put the particle thing, and the people told me to show me the difference from the two angles. Look from both sides and you'll see totally different things. So I said, show me the nature of Yad-He Vav-He, the name of, you know, the creator, the open air. Read the Book of Formation. It's a good book. And they disappeared after that. But I could put things to form, and I said, what's going on? Am I okay here? And I was totally conscious, like you think, who's really thinking all this time? You really have the choice here to think about anything. And they said, there's no meaning. And it was impressed upon me that they, like the astrological planets, they were robots just acting out their Jupiters and their Venus and stuff like that. This might go over your heads. Go over Uranus. And then what happened? It was like a really colorful, free-willed kind of hell. Because I could have definitely been there for eternity because I didn't know how to get out. And this was one of those dreams. I came home last night and I slept a little bit. And then I went back to sleep, and it felt like I was in that because it was a real place. As we know, real, because the consciousness was there. But there was nothing, I could will things to happen. The more harder I thought, the more dense they appeared, the more lucid it got, the more it seemed like I'm living in a world just as real as this one, but yet not this one. So I wanted to get back to this one. I screamed, Mom, Mom, Mom. And it felt like I was going up and down the electromagnetic spectrum, finding, you know, the frequency of where I was. And when I woke up, it was really weird. It was only like, I went to bed at 3. It wasn't even 4 yet. And so I don't even think I said Mom in real life. I woke up, none of my body was hurting, but I remember falling back into my mind and analyzing with the way my pattern, the way the planets were aligned for me. And it was at this point, and I had to come up with a name for it. I'll call it Spiritual Africa. Ooh, it's starting to lightning. And Spiritual Africa, it's totally confused. I didn't think that I did anything bad to get me there. It was just like a place where the land wasn't developed well, in the mind, a spiritual Africa. And none of my body hurt from it. And I wasn't anxious, I wasn't, but yet it was impressed upon me that just like a natural disaster, or an act of God, maybe is a better word than natural disaster. The flooding, and you know, when a hurricane comes and wipes out a whole city, tornadoes, and just like with my explosion. There really are underdeveloped places in the mind, and you can get stuck there without knowing exactly what you're doing. So there is a force that exists higher than your consciousness that can control your destiny for you. And then, of course, I went back to sleep and I had a better dream then. And I woke up at 12. But coinciding, I had to look up. Planet Uranus is going retrograde in Aries, in a creative kind of place. But yes, it was distressing. Not distressing because I felt alone in my dreams, because the pieces said we're just, you know, nothing has meaning, we're just robots. And then I looked, and so it works in line with the solar system. Everything works in resonance with each other. So that dream, I woke up, I thought, what can I do within my physical power? Nothing. You're along for the ride. And the spiritual Africa is just something we have to, I don't know, it's something we have to respect. And you know, you don't know how to develop it. It's in the mind, and everybody has those dreams. And I always have dreams when the planets go retrograde. So Uranus is retrograde, and it put me in this dream, like I thought, should I be nicer to people now? Or what did I actually do to make nothing, you know? It's one of the rooms somewhere in your house of existence. There's this dark corner of a colorful dark corner where it's like a world void of meaning. And I couldn't get back here. I yelled, Mom, Mom, Mom. And finally I woke up. It felt like, you know, you're going through that wormhole into the denseness of your body. And I felt one by one my mind come back together. So it was profound for me, really, and I'll call it my Uranus retrograde dream. And now I woke up, and it's just as if the world was always here, just like it always was. Alright, I gotta wear this hat today, because it's funny, we go from Uranus and wondering about our eternity to the superficial shit that goes on during the day. And I have to wear this hat today. See, I put a 15 on it, because Michael Waltrip is trying to qualify in Kentucky. And I don't think it's a luck kind of thing, I just think it's something fun I do. But it's raining down there, and the 15 car will not get in the race if it rains. So we gotta pray for clear weather and that the car's fast enough to make it in the race. Because 2007, I came home from school every Friday, and if it wasn't the jet fuel, I would cry, because he'd wreck the car, he wouldn't make the race. I think it turned out, after getting fined, bringing Toyota into NASCAR, hundreds of thousands of dollars, and then missing the next 14 races. It was, I sort of grew physically sick as a Michael Waltrip fan. But this year, the day I call it Einstein's Dream, where I was wearing the shirt with the 15 on, and Tom, one of the guys in the back, he pointed to my shirt and said, "Hey, he won the truck race tonight." And I went home, and 10 years to the day from Earnhardt's crash when he got his first win. So I'm so happy that I hope this Sunday I can sit down and watch the race with him in it. This Saturday night, actually, I'm not gonna, well, maybe I'll tape it and avoid news. I want to cry. I really want to cry. The way the racing, I was watching the qualifying results come in on my break at 6 o'clock. I looked at the lineup, and they ran all the cars that needed to go first. All the cars that need to qualify in. They put them first in line. I would have thought so that they can, in the event of a rain delay. So I get this, Michael Waltrip qualifies 2 miles per hour faster than any of the other go or go home cars. And I'm like, to everybody who's in the break room, high five everybody. Michael Waltrip made the race faster than any other car that he had to beat today. And Danny's swatting flies, and he said, "Oh, big deal, that'll be one crash tomorrow." So, but, you know, I was really happy with my Michael Waltrip hat and everything, and that's just how it works. Then I come, it's 8 o'clock, and it's lunchtime. And look how it puts this. Let me get it. This is the first thing I see. I really want to cry. Would have qualified for the race. Would have qualified for the race. But here is the actual, that's not fair. They lined them up by 2011 owner's points. Or something like that. I don't know. And then DNQ, Michael Waltrip. But let's look at the teams. I can't believe it. Why does this always happen to me? I wouldn't have been home to watch the race tomorrow. There's very few things that I ask for in life. Very few things. I might do something drastic now. Because I was so happy. I was so happy. I was so happy. I was so happy. And now I just want to cry. I am going to cry. I'll cry on camera. Think of Bambi. So, let's look how this would have qualified. There's the starting lineup that canceled. Look at that. All the cars that were go or go home. He would have been 4th of 22 before the rains came. Oh, Michael Waltrip. I should show him this video. He's my Facebook friend. I want to cry and throw things out the window. See, I usually... That's not fair. That's not fair at all. And we're going to complain. I'm going to call Obama tonight. And see what's really going on here. I call it conspiracy, because Michael Waltrip would have won the race. Would have qualified. He wasn't in the race all year. Let's look who he would have qualified ahead of. Dale Earnhardt Jr. I mean, it's jet fuel, and, you know, you're going to win that one Daytona race, and then the car flips in the grass, and The time the car ran out of fuel, the time the car set fire.